Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Always good to have you. If you're an OG, if you're new here, click subscribe and the bell. Don't forget the notification bell. That way you know exactly when I post. If you're new here, I'm Flavia, and my passion is for all of us to thrive in this one life that we have. Last week, if you missed it, you can always go back to the video. I gave a life update of where I've been for the last, to be honest, count it as 2 years. And one of the first things I want to speak about today, well, there are going to be two ways. The transition that you can do in your personal life and the transition in your career, especially for those who are our career girlies and guys who would like those tips. But today, it's about life. So I did hint in the first video, the life update, that it was such a huge change for me to even accept to be a full-time mom or to invest more time there and lose time on the career side. So for me, that's the change that happened. The change was not necessarily that I couldn't be a mom. I was already being a mom. It's just that I had to give it more time. So there's fears there, you know, what will happen? And if your career is also maybe your livelihood for a lot of people, you're wondering, okay, how will I manage? You know, some people are single parents. How will I, you know, if I don't have the career and I'm investing in children, how will I make the money? There's even that acceptance phase you go through when you're like, yeah, I'm here, but really I can make time for certain things. And then even when I manage that, oh, I won't work from home in that way, I didn't manage that, not using my time wisely. So I would set up meetings while dropping the child at school then, but you've not slept. You understand? You have twins in the night feeding. So you've been up the whole night. You drop a child in the morning to school, the older one, and then you're like, I'll see you at 8 for a meeting. How? But it's because I hadn't embraced the change. It hadn't clicked that now I needed to optimize more for the mommyhood than the careerhood. And you have to accept it. So for me, I think once I accepted that the change is not a negative, like I didn't lose out in life by turning more to motherhood. In fact, if anything, I won, because it's a privilege to be able to, and most mothers will tell you that, especially working moms. They'll tell you it's a privilege to be able to stay at home and take care or pour into your children while also chasing your dream in any way. And then I started to be more intentional on what it is I was going for. So rather than take every opportunity because you're desperate, I changed my mind to say, okay, what career am I trying to build while raising the children? What can I do for now? So I had a very, very important conversation with someone, she's a friend of mine, very powerful executive, Hilda Kapshenga. Please, I'm on this time I say Google her. And Hilda, you know, I said, jump on a call with me and advise me. And at the time, I'd just finished my tech certificate, and I said, listen, this is where I want to go. I want to be a UI UX designer. I want to be a product manager. We'll deal with those things in the next vlog. But she then says to me, why? Then she says, I'm going to ask you a question and answer it honestly, not now on the call, but take your time and think through it. This season of life that you're in, being a mommy, being a wife, being all of that, is it a season where you're learning or earning? What's more important to you? If we closed our eyes and you had to, do you have to earn right now or you have to learn right now? And of course, after reflection, I realized, no, this is the best time for me to learn. As the kiddies grow, as the twins get to a stable age, my best bet is to learn. Yes, I can earn, but the priority is to learn. That made it so easy. In fact, Hilda, wherever you are, in whatever country, I hope someone buys you a glass of champagne, in fact, a bottle, because that was a game changer for me. I started to look back and say, okay, I want in 3 years from now to be the Flavia who is good at A, B, C, D. What can I study now? Is it a certificate? Is it going back to school? Is it trainings? Is it applying myself because remember tech, I'm a newbie. I don't know these things. I'm not a veteran in the industry. So when I say intern, I actually mean interning because I don't know the industry. So this is the right time to do all that because you won't have to apply a 9 to 5 for that many hours and yet you can still get something out. For those who are on LinkedIn who are more on the career end, it becomes a professional break because you're studying. I'm like, oh wow, how did I not think of it that way? So Hilda, thank you for that perspective. I'm now passing it on to you. In this season that you're in, as you embrace change, should you more earn or learn? Just think about it, because if you do, you want to like yourself. You know, we're in an era of social media. You come here to YouTube, you watch Flavia because you like her content. Maybe you liked her content 4 years ago when she was in a different season. and you think, I want to be like her. And whatever I say, you squeeze your life into that. So there are people I would follow, and I have 3 kids at home. They're all young, and my home is a mess. Why? Because for them, they don't have toys. It could be a wooden spoon. It could be the actual toy. Anything can be a toy. So before you know it, you blink and your entire house is a mess. Things are out of place. And because the person on YouTube said, declutter every 30 minutes to keep your home sane, you start running after the child. But put that down. But after an hour, your veins are popping. And you're like, but how did the Mzungu manage this thing on YouTube? So guys, let's find the right people to follow for each season. And sometimes, can I be honest, there's no person who has been through your season. You're the only one going through your stuff. Yeah, it's unique. Your problem is unique to you. I'm sorry. I don't have an answer for you. Like me, I realized my situation was unique. I didn't have many people who had a 4-year-old and baby twins, who was in the predicament I was in, who just left a job, who had been on bed rest for a year. As in, there's nobody who could come to me and give me my exact template. So what's the point of copying their lives? Because they'll tell you, I do meal prep. Friends, we get to a point where cereal is a meal. Because time is who in this household. You know what I mean? Like, you get to a point, they're like, oh, you must always be well put together in the home. I agree. Always be smart. But we've gotten to a point where the dera is the most comfortable thing. Yeah? Always look your best. I agree. But after the day I've had, maybe doing the nails is not a priority. Because I think about getting into my car, driving to head turners, then they start on their nails. Then as they're there, hello, the milk. Let's leave the nails. Let's release them from this burden of perfection for now. So sometimes there's nobody who has gone through it. Just get up and say, okay, in my situation, what can I do? Can I tell you, I even stopped having guests for a while. When my twins were like 3 months, 4 months, everybody's, congratulations, can we come see the babies? I said, and you bring your flu? How? You want me to go to the pediatrician in this season? No. Also, I don't want to feel like, because maybe your close friends won't judge you, but there's that thing where they come to your house and when they tell you they are an hour away, you want to clean up, you want to organize, then children, but they're babies, they can't pack her up. Then the children, you're like, for what? Because you're a guest in my home? No. I think there's a time, and I know she's watching this, one of actually my best friend, Tatu, I've talked about her a million times, I won't even repeat. Tatu said, I'm coming to see you and the kids. I said, sweetheart, the cup you shall use for your tea, you'll enter the kitchen, the sink, and wash it. I'm sorry, that just sounds crazy, but if you had my life a year ago, you would have said the same thing. And she's like, don't worry. In fact, I'll come when I'm not hungry. I'll be full. I'll only drink water. I said, listen, you touch a cup, you touch a spoon, you wash it. Because that's the season I'm optimizing for. So change is good, embrace it, but don't be under pressure to fit a mold of somebody else, because maybe you're alone. The last one is building a transition plan for your change. Don't just stay in the pain. Don't just stay in, woo unto me, okay, even if you figured out you want to go to the next phase, don't just stay there hoping that, okay, God will come through, but not like that. God needs you to open that door so that he can come in. Do you know what I mean? I always tell you that. Like the phone rings and you're like, but God will, no, God is, pick up. Then you hear somebody else telling you something. So find the things you can do. If it's an hour a day that you have, maybe read something. Or listen, let me even tell you, sometimes the change that you must embrace is sleeping. Like, get some sleep. It helps your skin, it helps your hair grow, it helps your brain develop. Just sleep. Right now you just need sleep. Or sometimes you need to eat right. Sometimes you need to work out. Whatever it is that you need to do, uncomplicate it and do it small. So when I say build a plan, I don't mean a 6-page PDF of how you're going to live one step to another. No, it's the small things you have to do each and every single day to get to the person that you want to be out of this change that has come through. Honestly, it's been a pleasure. In the next vlog, I'll be specific to the career buddies, yeah? They'll transition. Bye.